Welcome everyone to another segment of Burnt Coverage. I'm your host Curtis.
And I'm Joel.
And we're here to break down your top quarterback plays for weekly and daily leagues such as FanDuel and DraftKings for the Week 3 NFL season. We both have some different ideas actually when we were talking about it. We choose 4 that we like and break them apart, and we had 8 different quarterbacks. So that's where we're at, but we're going to give you a couple of those that we think. And Joel, you want to start off?
Yeah, what position you want to start off with?
Quarterback.
Quarterback. That sounds great. All right, so I'm gonna go a little low. I'm gonna start with Nick Foles, St. Louis Rams, playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, prices. Let's get the prices out of the way. He's $6,500 on FanDuel. He's going for $5,200 on DraftKings. All right, here's the case for Nick Foles. So the Steelers have allowed the most fantasy points through the air this year to opposing quarterbacks. The Vegas set the over/under at 47.5. I mean, shootout. Vegas usually pretty spot on with these things. St. Louis, to this point, has no running game. We're all very excited about the anticipated debut of the highly touted rookie Todd Gurley, the former Georgia Bulldog, and in my vote would have won the Heisman Trophy last year had he not blown out his knee. But he is, even if he does play this week, he's going to be on a very limited snap count, according to head coach Jeff Fisher. So up until now, they haven't had any running game. Trey Mason, Benny Cunningham not doing anything. So they're gonna have to air it out. Nick Foles has shown a bit of an arm in the past when he was with the Philadelphia Eagles. Hasn't had that chance in St. Louis yet, but I think this is the game where he's really going to break through. But back to this terrible Steelers D, they've allowed opposing quarterbacks to complete 74.4% of their passes this year for 6 touchdowns, which in my mind all adds up to fantasy success in Week 3.
I guess my biggest thing with that is who are his targets? Who's he going to be throwing to? Is Brian Quick going to be?
Brian Quick has been a healthy scratch the past 2 weeks, but Jeff Fisher has said that's because he's not in football shape. I mean, this guy has missed a full year of football, and that does take its toll no matter how much conditioning you do. Tavon Austin has come through in a pinch, and he's got a tight end that I think we might touch on a little later.
I wonder who that could be.
Spoiler alert.
Well, the quarterback I want to start off this week is Blake Bortles. I know Blake Bortles hasn't been the most fantastic fantasy option throughout his young career, but this week, coming off of a strong game against a talented Miami Dolphins defense, he'll be playing against the Patriots' talented offense. Now, we expect Brady and Gronk, Edelman, etc. to put up a lot of points. That means the Jaguars are going to be in catch-up mode most of the time and not the condiment, catch up. So I expect Bortles to be throwing to Allen Robinson a lot, Allen Hurts a lot. We'll get into that in a different segment. But I really expect to see Bortles throwing for over 300 yards, a couple of touchdowns. I do not think this is too big a moment for him. And for a very, very low price of $5,100 on DraftKings and $6,700 in FanDuel, this is a low... this is a high floor guy, and hopefully a high ceiling for that price.
I don't know. Like, I like the Jacksonville Jaguars as a young, up-and-coming team. I like what they are forming down there, but to compare what Big Ben did against them, and I really think Jacksonville shot their load last week. I mean, Miami was one of my defensive calls last week. I will admit that, even though it's already on camera. I don't know. The amount of injuries that happened last week across the league was devastating to many a league. But the Denard Robinson injury, to me, I think TJ Yeldon has been a very pleasant surprise to that team. But I don't know. 300 yards for Blake Bortles. I don't know if I'm ready to go there.
Well, I think we both agree they'll be down at some point.
Absolutely.
Probably sooner than later.
Yes.
So, and I know that, another peek into a segment, I know that Joel's high on the Patriots defense this week, playing at home too. So
yes.
Yeah, so is this playing into it at all?
Absolutely.
All right, just making sure. Hey, you gotta.
I mean, I'm going all in.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. You know? Screw the Jaguars, 60-0. Whatever.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
60-0.
Oh, don't quote me on that. All right, enough about Bortles. You got somebody else?
All right, yeah. I'm gonna go very high end. I'm gonna go Matty Ice, Matt Ryan, Atlanta Falcons. He's been mentioned on this show before, but not by me. So let's go. This week he's got the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys. Now I know the Dallas Cowboys have only allowed one passing touchdown this season, but I think that has more to do with the terrible play of Sam Bradford and the terrible play of Eli Manning, who I'm on record saying he is the fourth best quarterback in the Manning family. But this, Matty Ice is averaging 330 yards passing a game this season, completing 66% of his passes. He's got a really high floor, and I think he's got a really high ceiling this game. I think you're looking at elite status this week, so I think that means top 5 fantasy quarterbacks. The injury to Tevin Coleman leaves the very uninspiring Devontae Freeman as their lead back, so they're going to be throwing, I think, even more than they have in the past. And there's one other thing I wanted to mention about this team. Oh, Julio Jones. That's right. The best receiver in the NFL is who will be throwing to against a porous Dallas secondary. Matty Ice going for $8,300 in FanDuel and the dirt cheap price of $7,100 on DraftKings. Go Dirty Birds.
You're not a little worried? I thought Dallas' defense looked fantastic, or was it just the team they were playing?
Fantastic. I think fantastic is a very strong word. They looked adequate at best. I think that had more to do with some miscues on the offensive end of whatever team they played last week.
I have to look back at my footage and see who that was.
Save that for another show. What do you got?
Remember. Yeah,
moving on.
And what a segue we have here. I'm gonna do something that it might be the first time in fantasy I've ever picked this player. At least told people that I picked this player. But it's going to be Alex Smith this week. Offers a huge upside, and he'll be playing on Monday night. And I always love to watch my quarterbacks or any player play on Monday night. Just that end of the week push to try to get some money. Alex Smith has been a very successful quarterback in this league, extremely efficient. This year he has Jeremy Maclin, a healthy Jamal Charles, and Travis Kelce, an emerging tight end, as targets. In week 1, he had 3 touchdowns in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me to see Alex Smith break the 300-yard barrier this week. He can also do some things with his legs, just as a little add-on. And I think they'll be playing from behind. So an excellent opportunity to play Alex Smith. DraftKings price $6,000, FanDuel $6,500. He's averaging 15 points a game in DraftKings. So for his price, I think it's very reasonable. And you could squeeze in some higher price guys, the Julio Joneses, Adrian Petersons if you want. If you play a low-end quarterback with a high floor.
But Alex Smith, really, I mean, the guy throws 5 yards at best. And I think the one thing that we've learned about the Kansas City offense and just the NFL in general, don't believe what you see in the preseason. And the beast that was Jeremy Maclin in the preseason, I have yet to see in the regular season. I have a very hard time putting any money on Alex Smith's arm.
I'll put it this way, obviously, we talked about Bortles earlier,
yes.
And we talked about Nick Foles,
yes.
And I think this is a similar situation where they're going to go into Green Bay and they're going to be behind. It's going to force Andy Reid's hand to throw a little more than maybe he's accustomed to. And I would say out of those 3 quarterbacks, Alex Smith, Bortles, and Nick Foles, I say Alex Smith still is a better quarterback than those players.
I don't know. I think Alex Smith has the best running back of those bunch of quarterbacks.
Who also receives. They can break one open.
Well, all right. I'll give you that.
6,000 people. 6,000. Come on.
Because he can't throw 6 yards.
I was gonna say Mariota, but I chickened out.
You did. I would have been 100% behind that call.
Yeah, what can you do?
But anyway, running backs? Oh no, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. We're done quarterbacks.
Yeah, we do a different segment now.
Hey.
So Mom, we're gonna do another video you can watch.
So like us on Facebook, and we are now on the Twitter. Mm-hmm. Send us your tweets, burnt_coverage.
Yeah, and feel free to tell all your friends about this wonderful show, except for all my picks last week, which were total tuts.
Don't watch that show.
See you in the next segment.
On the couch.